Walk around with a stick.
Shit. Look at that! I don't want to disrespect our host fucking Laura before the live show on the stage.
All these housemates are creepy humans. Oh my goodness. Guys, you wouldn't believe the things that were said last night. Oh my goodness. Yay! Holy moly. Those housemates are all wild. They're all wild. They're all creepy. They have dark sides. Dark sides. And we saw them come out in their fantasy storytelling night. You guys, hey, I'm going to be revealing a lot of secrets. I'm going to be revealing a lot of things, nasty things, creepy thoughts, personality, craziness types. Oh my goodness, wild personas that we have in the Bbmzansi show. Guys, you definitely don't want to miss out from any of the conversation I'm having in this video. Please, just choose yourself good by just watching this video from the very beginning to the very end, because I'm going to be spilling. In fact, what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be making this video into a series. It's not going to be, it's going to be a part 1, there's going to be a part 2, and maybe most likely there might be a part 3, because I cannot afford not to expose this information. I cannot afford not to share this content. I cannot afford not to tell you guys the things that this housemate said last night on their Tuesday jacuzzi, like impromptu jacuzzi party. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like Big Brother show, reality shows, stuff like this, please subscribe to this channel by clicking on the red subscribe button right now. Turn on post notification bell so that you always get a lot of my video every time I share new content. Guys, I'm going to be doing something in this video, right? I'm going to share the story, like the crazy things that happened and the crazy things we heard from people like Nale, from people like you guys, Terry. Terry wanted to bust my head. And guys, from people like Mpo, like I couldn't believe the things. No, I'm not going to talk about Mpo in this video. I'm going to talk about Mpo in Libo's video because I have a special video for them. But this video I'm going to be talking about Nale. I'm going to be talking about Terry. Guys, and I'm going to be talking about Sister Mara. You guys, if you are a regular person, viewer in this channel, you guys will know that I've exposed this fact 24 hours ago. I exposed the fact, 24 hours after, no, some hours after Sister Mara nominated Vino, guys. And Vino and Sister Mara had a conversation. I had a special video, guys. You need to check this video right here to watch that video to understand what I'm saying. I actually exposed the fact that Sister Mara has a heavy crush on Vino, and that was why when he was looking at the big picture in the show, he didn't see the relevance to have Terry and Vino in the show, because he's attracted to Vino and he's a friend to Terry, so he needs to keep it real to himself. I shared this exclusive content in my earlier video. Last night rather, was a confirmation of what I shared, that Sister Mara has a crush, not just crush, but wants to get down with Vino, because this time we heard it from the horse's mouth. You guys see, one of the things that I tell you guys in my channel is that I don't just come here and blab. I swear down, I don't blab. I'm not that person. I'm not that person who gives you clickbait. I tell you the things the way they are, because you guys, every single human on earth has a personality that is really loud, has special powers, superpowers, that's what I call it. I know my personal powers, I know my superpowers, and one of them is discovering, is deciphering, is understanding, is analyzing. It's actually digging out the personality traits in people that they don't even know they have. I kind of have that superpower. I've had that for like forever. So like me talking about reality shows, right, is just to help people understand that I can actually share this information that I have at the back of my head. And I shared this, and it was like, I know a lot of people would have said, how would you, I didn't want to say the way it was in my heart, because I know this LGBT community, like they can just pounce on me and say, you know what, you want to discriminate, you want to, like, that was why I literally just had to tape it down. I didn't want to just hit it that way. So you guys go check that video. Thankfully, there's receipts that actually Sister Mara is actually has been crushing on vinyl through the creepy night fantasy tale in the jacuzzi last night. Don't worry, for some of you who don't take my channel seriously, don't worry. I know it's because this channel is still a growing channel. Maybe if I had 100,000 or 1 million subscribers, and I'm talking, you guys will listen to what I'm saying. I'm loving this chat. I'm loving it. Anyway, guys, a lot of creepy things were said. But the 3 creepiest one I'm going to be talking about in this video is the creepy one from Nale, is the creepy one from Terry, and the creepy one from, not creepy now, Sister Tamara. I'm just going to pass through Sister Tamara. So Sister Tamara just confessed I allow him.
Yeah, we need a series.
I know, and they're doing it. He talked about having a cross, like it was fantasy. They were just making up stories about their fantasies, and fantasy night tells stories of how you want to get down, who you want to, and so Sister Mara, I think the 2 guys that she talked about was Vino and Libo, and he was like, with Libo, with Vino, they're going to I was like, I couldn't even hear him. I was like, okay, thank God we have receipts. Thank God we have receipts. Let me just leave Sister Mara's case and move into Nale's story. So Nale's fantasy was wild. Nale was like, she's lying, and then Libo comes in and she's trying to take something. She raises her hand, something like that. Libo like falls on her, and the next thing they start making out, and they start making some kind of noise, and Vino and Terry kind of says, what's that, who's making that noise? And then they discover what's happening, and then Vino and Terry starts doing the same thing that Nale and Libo is doing, and then all of a sudden they are now coupling, like Terry and Nale. Guys, my ears were filled up. I started having ear pain when I was hearing that, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's creepy. These guys are naughty. They're really naughty. And then we heard about Terry's one. Terry's one was like, Terry, what are you thinking? Terry's like, you know what, no disrespect, but she wants to make out with Lawrence. And I'm like, Lawrence that puts your relationship on the table and is breaking a table you don't know he's almost getting broken. He said she'd like to make out with Lawrence on the stage, that when she's done, she gets back into the house, she doesn't get evicted, she does like, when she was saying that, I'm like, my God, these thoughts are crazy. These thoughts are crazy thoughts. These guys are wild. They are wild animals. And then after she was done with that, she talked about that she and Vino, and she said that she said that she really liked to have it on the garden, on that bench or couch or whatever, I think a table or something, right there. And then she said she definitely wants to have it. It was just fantasy night. And guys, literally before this fantasy night, Vino and Terry have been the honeyest housemates in that house. Like, literally, they were talking about this earlier before the jacuzzi night started properly. And, Vino was like, I'm attracted to you. Terry was like, it's not easy. And then Vino said he's been moving around with his stick. And then, guys, just as they were having that conversation was when the girls, came in, and they were all bare, in their skimpy swimsuits and everything. And guys, seriously, even before they came there, Vino was already his stick was already up. His stick was standing. He literally had to carry his wine to cover it, and his glass, like, he had to cover it up. And Tamara noticed that. You guys, it was a wild night. Looking at the scenario, I'm like, shit. A lot of things are going to definitely happen. If not this week, next week. There's so many stories that's going to happen. A lot of dirty things are going to happen. A lot of nasty things are going to happen in the house. And we're here for it though. So basically, it was Vino and Terry that actually set that erotic mood in the house. And, because of everything that was happening in Themba also, and Vino started gisting and vibing. And basically, that was what gingered all the guys. And then Norman and everybody just got into the jacuzzi properly with the ladies. And guys, special announcement, Tools is still shooting his shot with Tato. We saw him trying to be cool, but he was just busy making, as I was watching him, I was seeing him make funny faces, you know, that kind of flirting faces, that kind of not so serious kind of face. Anyways, long story short, Tools is still shooting his shots, even though we know he's shooting a naughty shot. And I kind of was watching Norman to see if there was going to be a reaction. Norman was just cool. Even at night, we still saw Norman and Tato cuddle together. In my head, I'm like, okay, maybe Tato is also riding along. Maybe she's trying to see what's up, what is he really playing at. Whatever. Guys, I'll be back here with the part 2 series of this wild fantasy nights this guy's has, because you definitely want to hear the hidden gist. There's hidden gist. So many dark secrets that were exposed after this fantasy night. I will be definitely doing a disservice to all of you viewers in my channel if I don't come back here to give you the other side of the story of what's happening. In fact, I don't know if it's going to contain one video. If it doesn't, I'm going to stretch it to part 3. But just trust me, I'll be coming here with the full story. You guys know I love to give you the full story. No half big gist here. Guys, you want to definitely subscribe. Check out older videos. Be here, stay here. I'm coming back here with the full story of what's been happening. What happened last night? Sorry it's coming late though. Whether it's coming late or not, the fact is that you have this content to actually watch and refer back to. Guys, I'm just going to cut it short here. See you guys on the next wild fantasy tale story exposure of the Bbmzansi housemates. See you guys very soon.